Alright guys, so I'm going to continue with the Wiki Robot tutorials. I have Wiki Robot updated and open, as you can see on the screen. And the great thing that we have for you is the quick tips screen that you see on your monitor right now. And I highly recommend you going through this because this is kind of like step by step of what you need to do to get up and running with Wiki Robot. Of course, you can go through these videos as well, but this quick start written tutorials pretty much help you understand exactly how to get up and running with Wiki Robot. So I highly recommend that you go through all of these. As you can see, it walks you step by step on how to really get up and running, and the most recommended ways and best ways to use Wiki Robot. So this is another great way. If these tutorials aren't helpful, you can always follow these slides that we've put together for you here. So I'm going to go ahead and click next through all of these, but you want to make sure that you read all of these and go through each one of them so that you can fully understand the power of Wiki Robot. So I'm going to go ahead and hit close now. And the very first thing that we're going to do, as you can see, there are no projects in this install of Wiki Robot as of right now. So what I'm going to do is come up here and hit add project, and I'm going to name this tutorial videos. I'm going to click OK. Alright, and the very next thing that we want to do is make sure that our other settings that we're going to use with Wiki Robot are set correctly to make our life a lot easier. So if we come over here to the options tab, you're going to be able to see all the different additional services and accounts that you can use along with your Wiki Robot. So as you can see, here are pretty much the general settings, the CAPTCHA, proxies, pinging, indexing, spinning, platforms, the Wikibase, blacklist, logging. All of this stuff is going to help you to really use Wiki Robot to its fullest potential. So general settings, this is basically where you set this is basically the engine of Wiki Robot, and you setting how quickly you want your Wiki Robot to work, how quickly you want it to post, register, and all of that stuff. I usually keep it at the below the mid-range of this. This is pretty much how many threads you want going at one time for any task that Wiki Robot is completing. So how quickly you want it to do the account registration, how quickly you want it to do the email confirmation. So each of these has a different setting, and this is basically threads. Basically means how many processes are working at one time for each of these tasks. So as long as you keep it below this mid-range, you should be fine. If you put it all the way to the maximum, your success ratio will be a lot lower. So I recommend keeping it below the midway mark. All right, and same goes with all of these here. And some of these, the account registration retries, same thing. You want to keep it below the midway mark for all of these here as well. Again, if you put it to the max for any of these settings, you will get lower success ratios. I'm not going to go through each of these because these are pretty much self-explanatory. What each of these do, and as long as you keep it below the midway mark, you should be fine. All right, the CAPTCHA. This is basically going to help you to not have to manually insert CAPTCHAs for these wiki sites, because sometimes the wiki sites do require a CAPTCHA, for you to enter a CAPTCHA to be able to post or register to these sites. So this just helps Wiki Robot automate that process. And I personally use Death by CAPTCHA, so I would check this off and enter my username and password. Then you can test. Alright, username and password are correct, so we are good to go there. We can check the account balance, and mine is at 0, so I do have to go ahead and recharge my account. And as you can see, there are some other services here. You can use CAPTCHA, you can use image typers. I've never used them. I've never used Spamvilla. I've only ever used Death by CAPTCHA. So that's my recommendation. That's the one I use. If you use the other ones, you can use them as well. You can also select it to skip sites with CAPTCHA. Again, your success ratio will be lower, but you can have that option as well. Proxies, all right. This is also going to help you to keep your IP from getting blocked by Google. I typically use 5 private proxies that I get on a monthly basis from a particular vendor on Fiverr. I will put the link to his sales page below this video, but he makes it very simple. He go ahead and he sends you your proxies and the username and the password in a file, and then you just enter that here into Wiki Robot. So I'll put the link to his sales page below this video, and you can go ahead and purchase from him. And again, it's only $5, and you get 5 private proxies every single month, and that should be more than enough for running Wiki Robot. All right. Pinging, you can go ahead and input here as many pinging sites as you want. I have a list of about 200 pinging services that you can use. I'm going to go ahead and put a link to that below this video as well, so you can use that and just copy and paste that here. Indexing, this is for those of you that want to do some further indexing with some paid services. All you have to do for indexification, you enter your API key here. Linkalicious, same thing. And link pipeline, you can do the same thing here. I personally don't use any of these services, but if you have it, we have that option here for you too. Spinning, this is another great addition to Wiki Robot. We have the built-in APIs for Spin Rewriter, Spinner Chief, and Word AI, and the Best Spinner. I personally own the Spin Rewriter as well as the Best Spinner. I personally prefer Spin Rewriter just because it's online based and I can use it on my Mac or I can use it on my PC. After this video, I'm going to go ahead and just input my email and my API key and go ahead and leave that running. All right. Platforms, you can, I haven't played with this much. Post to a random wiki group if group is not specified. I haven't played much with this at all, so I use Wiki Robot just fine. So you can, if you want to go ahead and play with this, you can. The Wikibase, this is the monthly service where you would get a weekly version. If you purchase the upsell offer, then you get a monthly version of wiki sites where you can post to. You get a fresh list of sites every single month that you can post to. And Wikibase Weekly is where you get a weekly list. But this is a monthly service, and if you want to go ahead and purchase that, you can click here. It's $20 a month, and you get a fresh list of sites every single week, and it auto updates within the software, and I'll show you guys where that is. Blacklist, here you can blacklist certain domains that you don't want to post to. All you have to do is click on add domains and insert the ones that you don't want to post to. Logging, this is basically what keeps track of what Wiki Robot is doing, and if you wanted to keep a log of everything, you can choose any of these. Don't log anything, log all actions, or log all actions and responses. So that's pretty much it, a breakdown of each tab for those of you, so you can understand exactly what each of these do. Once you're done inputting all the information that you want, you just hit save and it will update. So this video is getting a little long. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video and add some sites to the project that I just created.